Hello everybody and welcome to the second round of the World ChampCar Championship in the GP4 OC. I am your host, who usually doesn't commentate, but this time we have had a shortage of staff. So yeah, I am still joined by a good driver and a good commentator, Graph Remover. Hello there.
Hello, terve. Thanks for the nice introduction. So yeah, it's graph remover and code. GG.
And yeah, so in regards of the qualifying, it's obviously it's not going to be that long, quite a bit shorter than the actual race. All cars can do one lap and that's it. Mistakes are very costly here. And the running order, of course, is the Indianapolis GP race result backward. So, um, who did you say was the last car in the?
It was Thomas Cassidy.
So yeah, Thomas Cassidy will go out on track first, and it goes in order up until, of course, the winner of last time's race, who I don't
Yeah.
remember. I think it was
It was Igor Peter.
Igor Peter. Yeah, this is how much I know. um, or remember, but yeah. Also, another addition, I think, to avoid the chances of having the things get stuck. For example, so the break that last time happened between every fifth car, I've managed to edit it out. So with every car now, when the car starts the lap, the flying lap, the next car goes out of the pits. So that should actually even make the qualifying session go through significantly faster. But yeah, think with that we can begin. And I still haven't fixed this because I cannot find the file. But yeah, no rain and dry track.
Nice. It's a good conditions to go flat out.
Yeah.
By the way, heated screen.
Oh yeah, you need that screen share, of course. That would help your job a little.
Yeah. Thank you.
Here we go, and we can begin. And now I will hope that the qualifying order I put is correct.
Yeah, I have the wiki on so you can check.
What?
Yep, he is correct.
Well, at least the first car is correct, as he is going to get out by the Jaguar mechanics. Ignore that. This we don't have pit crews edited into this, but I think the game is going to be way too loud for our commentary, so I will go and half the volume. Oh, these cars are so loud. Much louder than the F1 cars. Okay, now it's all good. So, Thomas Cassidy in the pink Meyer Shank car. And yeah, of course, all of the liveries in this series were made by Evan, and I think he did a great job with them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think he always does a great job with deliveries.
Yeah, that is correct.
He is no exception. So yeah, Cassidy, of course, last time driving his first race after his return, but sadly it was a retirement. I forgot why he retired. Or was it?
He was out because of a turn 1 crash, I think.
Yeah, I can remember that now. So yeah, that's him starting first after not even completing the first corner last time out.
Let's hope he can make longer than that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and in terms of the mistakes, I would say obviously mistake rate is high. The qualifying mistake rate is enabled. I'd say in this track you will lose more because of a mistake than you will at Indianapolis. Most of the mistakes there were just little lockups. I don't think anybody really lost much because of a mistake that time around. But
Yeah.
Cassidy begins his lap, and Bartosz Breki is going to the track. And yeah, I removed the timer now. It's all good. So yeah, it's coming through the
Cassidy.
to the copy version of Maggots and Beckett's, and first sector is 19.886.
Yeah, of course, you can compare the times from him because was the first guy to be on track.
Yeah, not yet. After the second car gets to the track, we can even compare.
Yeah. Because the fastest cars are going out very late.
Yeah, so the
then
pole
we will see.
position battle should almost every time should be right at the end, which is of course a nice spice in this qualifying format. I do think this is I do like this format more than the F1 qualifying format. That's a personal bias, but it is what it is. So yeah,
It's going out to these, I would say, corners which are designed the same way as Istanbul Turn 8, but a bit different. He goes to the final corner here, Cassidy. Go to start, finish straight. What's the lap time gonna be? It's 141.4.
41.406. And yeah, let's see what Bartosz Breki in the Viper can do compared to that. Of course, Viper is one of the two rookie teams. So the rookie teams, of course, in this series, the rule is that the last two teams, or in this case, the two teams that were last on the list, will only hire rookies, and unless there is no rookies available, which I don't think will happen. If there will be no rookies available, they will be allowed to sign experienced drivers, but these teams, the last two teams in this series can only sign rookies. And yeah, Toby Holloway is out next. So
Yep.
let's see.
According to the wiki, it's correct.
If there's one little mistake, I'm not going to bother closing the qualifying, but I don't think I did double check this. And
Okay, good.
and yeah, Braki was slightly slower in first sector than Cassidy.
I think first sector from him wasn't that bad, only 7/100ths off. Maybe with a good lap he can be faster.
Let's actually see what his straight line speed looks like. It was 308. And he's lost 2/10.
But still, I think that's not so bad lap time so far.
I mean, he will hope that he beats his teammate, of course, and the two manners. I think everything else is a bonus.
Yep. His target is P19, as a matter of fact, as he comes through the final corner. But it's Bucky, of course, our wiki master. He comes across the line, and he 3.5 cents down. Yep.
And here's the pursuer of Toby Holloway. That's how you pronounce the car brand, by the way. So yeah, this team is one of those where you you should even expect some results. So yeah, he had a DNF last time out, but now let's see. I don't think he should be happy unless he beats the two cars that have done lap before him now. But let's see what he can do.
So expectations are a bit higher than the cars which already have done a lap. So it was always starts his lap, his only lap here, going through the first corner. Quite stable on the exit. Next car is Yuri Gabriel.
Yep. And let's see as he comes to his corners, and yeah, he's way up. That's actually more up than I expected. Good first sector for Toby Holloway.
Yeah, indeed.
Let's see if
So
he
heading
keeps it up.
towards the hairpin. Yep. Heading towards no.
In
Going
the
into
long
the back straight. Yep.
And let's see what he is. He had a 309 top speed, so 1 kilometer higher than what Prix had, and 1.111
Yeah, look at
up.
this.
So this is, I think this will be a competitive lap.
Yep, indeed.
As
Will
long
be
as
very
he
good
doesn't
lap for
throw
him.
it in the final sector.
Yeah, but he should be experienced enough to keep it just on the track, and the time should be way faster than the others.
Yeah, but anybody can make mistakes, but you would not expect the better ones to do so. But let's see what kind of lap time. And yeah, 2.1 seconds up.
Wow! Almost.
I think that's a strong lap. Let's see.
Yeah, almost gained 1 full second in the final sector.
And I will not expect Gabriel to be faster than that lap. I think he's going to fight with Prix.
Yep, that's what I'm expecting as well. Yeah. And as Joe put in the chat, sign-ups for the Indy 500 are open.
Yep. But yeah, as I said, the Peugeot is a bit more competitive car than what we saw before, so I think we will need to wait for the better teams to come out before we can see how well that lap actually stands.
Yep.
But let's see what Yuri Gabriel can do. The other Gabriel in this series.
Yeah.
And as he comes to the first sector, and 4/10 down. So he's a little bit more down than Cassidy was. Because Cassidy
I think that was actually the lowest first sector of them all so far.
Yeah, could be.
The next car, of course, is TJ Papio, one of the rookies.
Yep.
Or the next rookie.
There is a good amount of rookies in this series.
Yep, that is true. Not only by the teams who only signed rookies, but also for more teams, which is good.
And Yuri Gabriel 1.5 seconds off after 2 sectors. Looking at how good Holloway's last sector was, I think, sadly for him, for Yuri Gabriel, I think it's going to be P4.
Yep, thinking the same, but maybe he can have a competitive final sector as he heads towards the start-finish line, and hopefully
P4.
won't be P4, but it is. Yep, it's shame for him.
So yeah, TJ Papiro, the other mayor, sank. So obviously he will be happy if he can beat Thomas Cassidy's time.
Yep, it's target, of course. So, yeah, I think it would take a lot of time if we see someone who can challenge the time of Holloway.
No, Joe, there will not be break. Unless I made something wrong, but I removed the break.
You use graph remover for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just-
The next car
just
goes
joking.
out.
Yep, it is for
I
Rosa.
found a way to remove the brake, so I think it makes the qualifying better and it lowers the chance of having the glitch. And Papiro has a good first sector actually.
Yeah, only 1/10 down. It's quite good.
I think
But he needs to keep it
that
up
was a
to
slight
be.
lockup into that corner, unless my eyes were playing tricks. But I think he made a slight lockup.
Maybe, but we need to see if it affected his lap time. So towards the hard braking zone. Didn't saw the speed, was it 308 or 309? Only 305.
Ooh, yeah, he is.
Oh, that's very good.
He's had a good. This is a good lap, considering where his teammate is. So he could beat his teammate's lap by a lot.
Yep, that is true. So it's going towards the right-handers, though to the penultimate corner. Papio heading towards the final corner
Oh,
now.
he's gone wide. He's gone wide there.
Oh,
That's gonna lose him
no,
some time.
that's.
Ooh, let's see what.
Yeah, maybe
I
he
don't-
can still be second.
I think that could have been a lot closer. But still, he beat his teammate by a lot.
1.2 seconds.
So he was really pushing in that lap.
Yep.
So next up, Francesco La Rosa, rookie in a manner.
And he is, of course, the first driver who actually finished the race last time out.
Yep. So now we get to the drivers who have a whole race of experience in the World ChampCar series.
Yeah. Good. Towards the S's was very a difficult
Looks
part
clean.
of the track.
And the clock says 19.915, 3/10 down on Holloway, and that is faster than what Gabriel did.
Yeah, so he could be in contention for P5 for sure, but maybe if he gets a good second and good third sector, he could also be in contention to beat Bucky. But we need to see.
3:07
There
was
was-
his straight line speed, so I think it was the lowest so far. And 1.3 seconds down. So yeah, it's
need to
going to
see.
be close between him and Braki, I think.
Yep. We're going to.
The long left-hander.
It's right hand actually.
Oh yeah, it's a right-hander.
Yeah.
I
right.
looked it the wrong way around.
Closer. Coming
And
towards the start finish line. He is
he
in P4.
manages to beat Braki. So I'd say that's decent performance. But yeah, here's Kim Sung-min with the very 2012 Marussia looking like car for the Manor team.
Yeah, of course. It's, also the teammate of La Rosa, of course.
Yeah, so he has a clear target what to do. Let's see if he can
Yep.
manage that.
I have to say that car is looking very good indeed.
Yep.
Oh, here's the Korean driver starting his lap. The next up will be Frederick Sopa in the Carlin.
Yep.
I
And
think.
see how Sung-min manages this. Oh, that's a lockup into the SS.
Oh, that
And
stood
you
good. Oh,
you
we will be
don't want
way
to
off.
lock up there as he's almost 7 tenths off. So yeah,
Yeah, 6.5. Yeah,
unless
it won't be a good lap.
he manages to find some magic in the last part of the lap, I would otherwise say this is a write-off.
Yeah, sadly for him. But maybe you
But
could prove
at,
us wrong.
at least he didn't go off. That's the worst that can happen, is that if you go off for a spin.
Yeah, then your lap is completely ruined.
He had lots of straight line speed, 311.
Ooh, maybe he's running with more low drag setup.
Yeah, he could be running with less wing,
Or,
but
yeah, that's ring. Yeah, exactly that.
but yeah, his second sector he didn't lose out that much, so there is a chance that he could beat Gabriel with his lap, even with the mistake.
Yeah, but he will be disappointed that he made the mistake, because he could be even more higher up in the
Oh,
standings
he
than he.
just misses
Oh,
out.
oh,
Yeah, he is going to curse that mistake.
yeah. It's only 16,000.
And next up, Chopa in the Carling. And
Also one of the rookies.
yep, and I would say this is one of the now, this is going to be interesting to see. I would expect that he should be fighting with Bapiro and Cassidy, but I do think Bapiro, without the mistake, of course, I think he would have way overperformed his car. But let's see what Chopa can do.
He's starting his attempt to qualify well.
Yep.
Next up will be Jordan Howell.
Yep, Jordan Howell. And let's see, much more clean through the SS than the last car. And oh, exactly the same time as Holloway.
Oh, it's good sector. It's very good first sector indeed.
He did look very fast through that part.
Yeah, maybe he's a bit more wing than others. But we need to see what the top speed is, so then we can actually say that. So I think.
Or maybe it was a timing error.
Or that, yeah.
Like conspiracy theories would say about the 1997 Jerez GP. And 1.5 tenths down after second sector.
That's a very good lap.
Yeah, he's doing really well here. I think he will be from 3 to 5 tenths off, but still, good. It's going to be a good lap.
Going
as Chopa
towards
comes
the
to the last
final
corner.
call. Yep.
And let's see what the lap time is. And P2, 3.7 tenths off. Good lap.
Yep. It's a good lap indeed.
And here's,
Yes.
I'd say, the most disappointing team of the first round, McLaren. They should be competitive. Jordan Howell and his teammate Florian Volker neither got points or did anything remarkable in the last race, but let's see if they can redeem the team this time around. As Jordan Howell starts his lap, of course he has lots to prove after last season.
Yeah, where he of course finished last in Formula E after scoring, what was it, one single point.
Yeah.
So he's starting his attempt.
So let's see what he
And
can.
speaking of Volker, he's the next.
Yep, the McLaren's finished right next to each other in the race, and yeah, 63 thousandths off. The first sector didn't look as fast as Chopas. I saw it visibly, but yeah, slightly off. Let's see if he has more to offer on sector 2.
Going to the hairpin.
To the long straight.
It should be one of the main overtaking spots in the race.
Or it's the main spot, I'd say. And coming through the almost hairpin. And
yep.
He didn't lose
2.5 tenths. They lost almost 2 tenths, which I think is okay. But maybe he can grow some time back in the final sector. Just wait and see what he does in these corners.
Yep, let's see.
Going to heading towards the final corner, or passing through it. John Howell will come across the line now, and he will set a 1:39.5.
Sector. He only lost a few hundredths in the final sector, and he manages to beat Chopa's time. And now his teammate, of course,
good effort.
The most successful F1 driver of all time, Florian Volker. Some people have been criticizing him that he might be too old to race these cars, but let's see. Let's see what he can manage to do. Of course, his DTM career wasn't so good, but I won't want to believe these cars should be more to his liking. Let's see what he can do.
Yep. Going to first corner, 5-time top class champion. Which is a record I don't think will be beaten in the next 5 to 10 seasons, to be honest.
So you don't believe in dominance periods as Volker, purple in the first sector?
Yeah, I don't believe that much domination from a team in the top class in the next few seasons.
Well,
yeah, maybe I can
well,
prove
this
wrong.
season Red Bull's pretty good, so you don't believe they will continue to be as good?
Maybe not for 5 or more seasons, but maybe for this and maybe the next one. But
well, it's all speculations. Who knows? Let's see.
Yeah, who knows, really?
And Volker hasn't had a good second sector actually. And I actually saw his top speed was only 305, so he's running very high wing.
Well, it could be important for this corner here.
As the final 2 corners, I think he looks pretty fast through here.
Yeah, very fast. I think he will still be ahead of his teammate Howell.
Which
I think is his minimum expectation, to be honest.
Oh, he just loses.
No, he's not. Oh, that's disappointing. I have to say it. That's disappointing.
Yeah, it's disappointing when Florian Volker loses to Jordan Howell. But
yeah.
Next up we have Zachary Fitzwater. One of the another really experienced driver in the GP4 OC. Of course, he has some F1 experience and then lots of experience elsewhere in DTM, in the BTCC that doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, I don't remember if he raced in Formula E, so...
Oh, he didn't.
So yeah, but yeah.
He starts up.
let's see what he can manage.
Yeah, with that Red Bull helmet. Or this helmet with Red Bull logos on that.
Yep, and his first sector, he is up on Toby Holloway. And I'd say Chip Ganassi is one of the teams that could fight near the top, so I will say Fitzwater is one of the drivers who could be capable of beating that time. So I do think Holloway's lap was really impressive, especially the second sector.
Yeah, and the third as well, I have to say. Yeah.
And
Well, Chip Ganassi didn't have a very great start to the season. Going in P6 in the team standings.
And
With
Fitzwater
only
has lost time.
1 point. Oh, but it's still very, very close.
Yeah, things can go either way.
Yeah.
But the gap will not be much as he goes to the long corner. And into the final two corners comes Zachary Fitzwater. And let's see what kind of final sector the old man can do.
Yeah.
And
As I said, with very much experience. And he
P2
goes to P2.
lost a little bit more.
Beating
but
both McLarens.
It's a good provisional time. And now, this is a good comparison because current provisional pole sitter's teammate, Alex Eric Lucien.
Yep, and he is, I think, the last rookie here to compete in this session for today.
I think what comes of this is going to be a very good indicator of how good Toby Holloway's lap is. So let's see what Lucien can do.
That will be exciting. He starts his lap now.
Into the
He's
first
of course
corner.
the last. He's of course the last guy to have not scored a point so far, but it's only one race, so many things can still happen and will happen.
Did look quite fast through there. Oh, he's slightly faster.
Ooh.
But
yeah, 7/1000 of a second.
But as said, I think Toby Holloway's best sector time was sector 2. So let's see if Lucien has the pace to match. If he has, then it probably proves more that Purser has nailed the setup here.
Let's look at the speed. See how fast he is. It's 310. 310.
And he's slightly down, so the trend continues. So
yeah, but he only lost 32 thousandths. It's good lap.
Yeah, and the final sector can go any way.
Yeah.
So Lucien coming through the last two corners, taking it as fast as he can. And here he comes, and let's see, can he take provisional pole?
It will be close. It will be very close.
No, he drops to P3.
Again. Oh, even behind Fitzwater.
Loses 2/10 in the final sector. And here's the teammate of Zachary Fitzwater, JP Kirby, who comes back into the OC after a suspension. And let's see, he had a decent start to the season. Now let's see what he can do in this qualifying. Let's see.
Yeah, Kirby, of course, who drove last time in 2019 in Formula E.
And let's see, coming through the SS, and he is down. on the first sector. Quite a bit actually, over a tenth. So he's slower than the last few cars. But I don't think the lap is done yet.
Still many turns and straights to come here at Kota. Of course, a very good track for racing.
Yeah, I'm expecting a good one tomorrow, to be honest. And let's see, top speed of 3:12. So could be the highest so far. And the clock doesn't think it's good enough because he's 3.5 tenths down. So
That would put him into
will,
P6 at the moment.
yep, provisional P6 will be if the pace stays consistent over the third sector. And here he comes, JP Curvy through the last corner, and let's see where he can get this car.
Yeah, Kirby coming now across the line. Where will he put his Chip Ganassi?
P7.
Into P7.
7
They're
tenths
even
off.
behind so far. So he lost quite a bit in the final sector.
And here's...
Don't think he will be too happy.
Yep, and now one of the first big hitters into the track, BMW and Balint Solga. This is a team that is one of the few teams that really want to fight for the championship here. So important lap ahead for Solga, and of course everybody from this on is going to be, anybody of them is capable of the pole position, unless Toby Holloway takes it. But let's see what Solga can do.
Yes, here comes the 2015 DTM champion going to the first corner. Speaking of DTM, in 2.5 hours time at Red Bull Ring, we will be at the Red Bull Ring for DTM tonight, so it will be very fun.
Yep, lots of OC action today, because also the highlights are coming really soon actually.
Yeah, the highlights from the Chinese Grand Prix. I won't spoil anything because he could be someone who didn't watch the race yet and is waiting for the highlights. Also, the first sector from Zorga wasn't that bad, I guess, only 68
It was
thousandths
slower
down.
than Holloway's. So let's see if he can gain anything back into the second sector, as his top speed is 3:10. And let's see, and he's lost a bit more, so I'm not feeling this lap, to be honest.
Yeah, that lap isn't that good, to be honest. I have to say.
Currently slight disappointment for the BMW Pyramid team, but yeah, he just needs to make it up in the race. But let's see what his final sector looks like, as Balint Solga really soon into the finish line. And let's see, and his P7 manages to beat Kirby, but not in the top fight as he was expecting. And
Yeah, that's disappointing.
the other Carling car of Simon Mutka, considering his car, I'd say his race result last time out was actually really good. Let's see what he can do in this lap. I'm actually not expecting him to fight for the pole position, but let's see if he can prove me wrong.
Yep, see, now he's going to the first corner, heading towards the S's. As I said earlier, one of the most difficult parts on this track.
Yep, easy
Because
to
of
make mistakes here.
Yeah,
And 1/10 down, so I think based on the first sector I was correct, but if he nails the second sector he could gain the time back. I'd say top 10 will still be good enough for him.
Yeah, that is true indeed. He's now on the back straight, accelerating hard to achieve good top speed. Which isn't that important, but I think he's
308.
that. Yeah, that's the
So
average.
it was lower than a few others.
Oh, half a second down. At the moment, behind his teammate.
Yeah, I think this lap will be right on the cusp of P9, P10.
Hmm.
And he comes to the
Let's see.
last
Maybe
two
he can
corners.
slot in between the ChampCars, which of course still leaves a big gap in the results at the moment.
And into P10,
Woodcar,
so yeah.
he won't be happy with that one.
Yeah, and here's the other BMW pyramid car of Nikola Czobak. The driver whose whole reputation got a huge hit in his F1 stint, and he's been trying to gain it all back, and his new adventure in his local car manufacturer, I'd say. So
Yep.
let's see what he can do. Of course, winning as much as possible here would be a good amount of gaining back.
Yep,
So let's see what he
indeed.
can manage to do in the first sector. He comes to the SS. That looked quite good. And the timer likes
It is
it.
quite
He's
good.
faster.
Yeah. But the first sector is everything he has seen for many drivers so far.
Yeah, as
They
long
need
as
to
Holloway is the fastest car, I'm not going to say anything before sector 2 actually. But yeah, let's see. Into the long straight comes Nicholas Czobak.
Yep.
And let's see what the BMW car does on that straight. It's 310. I think 310 is the average speed here, and he's lost
Very
slightly,
close.
but that's not too much. I think if he nails the third sector, he could take provisional pole, but considering that the speed that Holloway did in sector 3, I'd say it's going to be close between Sorvak and Fitzwater more likely. And here comes Nicholas Sorvak into the last corner. And let's see what he can achieve. 3.6, 3.7, 3.8 and 3.9 and P3. He's lost surprisingly a lot in the final sector. But still,
Yeah, so
provisional P3. And here comes Bartosz Klos in the Penske. And now...
he is the real deal.
Yeah, well, I'd say the BMWs were also the real deals, but I mean, I'd say if Klos doesn't beat Holloway, I will say Holloway has a good chance of actually taking the pole position here.
Let's see what Klaus can achieve here on his lap as he starts it right now, going uphill
This is
towards
going to
turn
be
1.
really interesting. We are now in the properly exciting stuff.
Yeah.
And coming really fast through the SS. Slight break
Ooh, I think
there,
that
and
could be good.
oh, here we go,
210.
and he's gone off.
Oh, he bottled it as soon as he
had a
set
mega
the
first
purple
sector,
first
and
sector.
the whole lap is gone. That mistake cost a lot.
Yeah, we need to see how many seconds it costs actually, but could be at least 2.
He went so offline into that corner and then locked up massively.
He can already prepare his comeback tomorrow because he won't be up high on the grid. I can tell you.
No, he's 1.1 down. I mean, he's going to still. He could still get into the top 10, even with that huge mistake.
Yeah, that shows how good that car actually is. To be honest, I expected him to lose even more time, but
Yeah, I thought he would be like 1.5 to 2 seconds off, but not so. But
he
yeah,
will be disappointed, of course.
he's going to be kicking himself.
Yeah. Klaus comes across the line, and where can he still be?
P10.
He goes into P10.
With that pace, he's still going to be gaining positions in the race. But his teammate,
sure.
let's see if his teammate can give some revenge for that. Bruno de
Barros.
One of the older drivers on the grid. The driver that's raced in every series in the GP4 OC, including few races in the top class as well.
Yeah, I think it was 6.
Yeah, not that many, but still
of course.
More than some people.
Yeah, like me, for example, because I had 0 so far. But yeah, anyway.
Let's see what Bruno de Barros can do. And here the lap begins.
The first of 3 Brazilians is yet to come. Yeah.
And into the
looking quite fast, I have to say.
Yep. And he's not as fast as what his teammate was, but I think he is much more clean.
Yeah.
Not taking as many risks.
That is true. Yes, but the Barros are heading towards the hairpin, the real hairpin. No, pressing hard on the accelerator. See how fast he can be.
Let's see if he's gained or lost some time into the second sector.
Oh, 308. I think that.
Oh, he's lost.
Ooh.
Toby Holloway's second sector is actually amazing. I have to say.
Yeah, that's.
So far, nobody has gained on him in the second sector, even if they've been any amount faster in the first one. And I think it looks like the Barros is going to be either second or third.
But we still have the Andretti's and Ferraris coming, so he's about going through the final corner.
Yeah, it's definitely not over yet. And P2 he's gained on the last sector as well, but still just not enough for the pole position or the provisional pole position. But here's Gabriel Gomez and
Gomez.
Yeah, one of the 2 drivers with the name Gomez. But yeah, one of the early championship favorites. And obviously last season he was an Alfa Romeo driver in the F1 series. And yeah, high expectations into this lap.
Very high, to be honest.
Let's see what he can do.
Yes, here comes Gomez, starting his attempt to for a good starting position here. That was good what I was saying.
Let's see. I think he looked really fast through there. And yep, 77,000 up, and now this will be a true test to Holloway's second sector.
Yeah.
Can Gomez gain the time or not lose too much of it?
Yeah, that is a a very good question indeed.
And now he comes to the long straight, taking all the power available in this car. And
Yeah,
the sector closing down.
312 as well.
And let's see. And he's 8,000 down.
Oh,
But
wow.
looking at what the Barros did on the final sector, I think this could be the lap that takes the provisional pole position unless he loses it. Now let's see what.
Which I don't expect from him to do.
Really fast to the final two corners. He took a lot of curb there. And into the final corner.
Big Gomez to the final corner. Pressing hard to the accelerator for the final time. Gabriel Gomez. Can he take provisional pole?
It's not enough.
No! P3 only. Wow! Even by the Barros.
700s off.
Wow. Here comes Sam Thompson in the Ferrari.
So it's Ferrari time now.
Yeah.
So Sam Thompson, a driver who after a long break returns into the GP4 OC. And
when I think his
last
time. Yeah, that was a great performance from him. Clearly showed that he didn't rust it.
So yeah, let's see what the Ferrari driver can do. And coming through the edges.
Let's see. It looks very good.
8,000, but we know that second sector. We know how good Holloway was on that second sector. It's going to be really tough to beat him. But yeah, Sam Thompson coming to the long straight. Let's see how good the Ferrari is here. Can he take provisional pole, or does he have to settle for lower position?
Ooh, that was very low speed, 305.
305. And he's 1/10 down, so it was an indicator.
Yeah. So he's definitely having more wing, so he's running more downforce than the others. Or maybe the engine is not producing that much top speed.
Yeah, it could be. Could be either one of those.
And here comes Sam Thompson. Was, of course, the winner of the 2009 Belgian Grand Prix in the top class.
Yep, one of the...
Over the line.
And P7 only.
P7 only. Wow, that's a shock.
That is slightly disappointing. But let's see his teammate Rubinho Gonzalez, who last season did not have a good season in BTCC, the series that his one replaced. He had a good start to the season last time around in Indianapolis with that very great P2 finish, and now it's time to see if he can match that kind of performance, or does he drop more time than his teammate.
Here's Gonzalez starting. Step, of course, will be the penultimate lap, and sadly, we cannot see the top speed anymore.
Yeah, it's...
So we can only see it.
I need to find a way to edit the speed meter to get to the other side. And let's see what Gonzalez... Again, 7,000 up.
It's not the first time we've seen this lap, this sector time.
I think Thompson had the same amount.
Oh.
I think he matched Thompson's lap time. Not lap time, but sector time.
Exciting. Yeah.
So let's see. I think, based on that logic, I think he's right there with Lucien and Thompson.
Oh, that's not good.
And coming through the tight corners into the second sector time, and almost 2/10 down.
He's
And
even
it looks
slower
like
than Thompson.
Ferrari is not taking pole position here.
Ferrari.
Farfuri.
Ferrari.
Yeah, every time they don't perform, it's Ferrari.
Yeah. So yeah, according to Joe, it was 308 on the straight.
Yep.
Here's
And here he
Gonzalez
comes to the last
Yep.
corner
pushing
before the
to the
finish
line. And he's in P10.
10.
Oh, that's a good.
He's
Even
lost to
behind
the
Volker.
McLarens.
And now
The final
the
car.
final car is coming, which of course is Igor Peter, the winner of the first round.
Yeah, so
And that of course means that Holloway will definitely start from the front row, which is a brilliant effort.
yep, let's see if Igor Peter has the lap to actually beat Toby Holloway, who I think has made a really impressive lap to get this far into the qualifying, although I thought the lap was going to get beaten at some point. But let's see, here's Igor Peter, the final car to do a lap here. Going to the first corner.
Yeah, Peters because definitely remembered for his win in BTCC where he did beat Jafari Blackwood by 0.003 of a second.
In the final corner. Or the, right on the
Yeah.
finish line. And let's see.
Yeah.
54,000.
54. Ooh, that could be
Does the
exciting.
same trend continue?
We need to look and see if it does. Peter breaking hard for the hairpin. Taking a good exit.
And yeah, he's in the long straight. Let's see what he can do. Of course, we don't really see the speed anymore. I think it was 309, but I could be wrong.
Oh, that would be.
He's the
he's
the first driver to actually gain on Holloway the second sector. I think here some potential pole position lap.
And also remember, Peter is the guy who took pole position also at the first round at Indianapolis.
Yeah,
so can he do it again?
He is in really good form at the moment.
He also took the fastest lap. As a matter of fact,
he
took all the points
into the finish
over the line for the pole.
And
Peter
yes,
Holloway.
68.
It's Peter.
Igor Peter, 100% pole position rate in World ChampCar.
Yep.
Great lap, the only one who managed to do anything to Toby Holloway's second sector. And the qualifying is now over.
Yeah. Here are the results. So, Igor Peter takes the pole ahead of Toby Holloway with a great effort. P2. Bruno Bowers to start in third with his compatriot Gabriel Gomez in fourth. Zachary Fitzwater is in P5 with Nicolas Sober in sixth. Alex Eric Lucien in P7. Ahead of Sam Thompson P8. John Howell P9 ahead of his teammate Florian Volker in 10th. And Rubinho Gonzalez in P11. And you couldn't do the second half.
And in the second half of the grid, Frederick Chopa in P12, Balin Solga P13, JP Kirby P14, Bartosz Klos P15, TJ Bapira P16, Simon Mutka P17, Thomas Cassidy P18, Francesco La Rosa P19, Bartosz Praki P20, Yuri Gabriel P21 and Kim Sung-min in P22. The only driver who didn't make into the 141s.
Yeah.
And that's it for the qualifying. Tomorrow on this time we will have the race. So see you all tomorrow.
Yeah, bye, great time.